All right, let's go to 000 web host. We can order, and instead of doing my own domain, I mean, if you have your own, you can put it there, but I'm going to choose a free domain. Like that, and my name. My email, and a password I make up. Put these two words in, agree to the terms of service, and create my account. I already have an account. Okay. So what if I do, then I need to log in. How about this? I'll just do it with a different email address. Okay. Account details overview. So look here. This tells me my login email. I need to know what my password is. And if I scroll down to this section, file upload details. Looky there, college dude. .freeiz.com is my host name. My username for FTP is this, and there's my password. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose recommended FTP clients. Here's Filezilla. And I'm on a Windows machine, so I'm going to choose Win32 setup. But there's also Linux and Mac. But I'm going to choose Win32 setup. And when this dialog comes up, save file. How about to my desktop? So my file's coming down. Now it's down. I'm in Firefox, so I get this dialog. You won't see it quite like this, exactly like this when you're in Internet Explorer. Okay, I'm going to execute it and agree to the license. Next. Next. And this shows me my destination folder where I'm going to install it. That's fine. And do I want to create a start menu folder? Why not? Okay, it installs and it's going to launch Filezilla. Here it is in this window. Now, look here. It's asking for a host, username, and password. So here's what I'll do. I'll go back to this file upload details, and I'll grab the host name. Here it is. And I'm just going to copy it. Oops. To Filezilla. in the host field, username. Here it is, FTP username. Copy. And password, deep space 9. And I can click Quick Connect. All right. So you saw this information scroll by over here in this little FTP area, and it's basically showing you that it took a data connection. It did connect to my site. Okay, let's get familiar with Filezilla. On the left-hand side, you have your local site files. For example, my computer, here's your C drive, your D, all of the drives that you have on your local side. And on the right side is the remote site. Those are the files on your server. Now, if I look in the bottom half here of the remote site side, I get all the files. So the top half shows me folders. And if I click on this folder, I'm looking on the bottom half here at all the files that are in that site root. Now, on 000 web host, you have to publish in the public HTML folder. Okay, so let's come over here to my computer desktop. Okay, I'm going to go to the desktop, and on the desktop, let's say that I had trying to find a particular file. No, not C. Web Design 1. There it is. On the desktop, I have a Web Design 1 folder. And let's say that I wanted to put up this resume .htm. I can just click it. And before I do that, let's go ahead and go into this public HTML folder. I have to publish in there, so watch. I'm going to double click it. And look, now in the top half on the remote site, you can see which folder I've drilled down into, so that when I click my resume from my local site and drag it, it's going to go in the public _HTML folder. Now, if I want to see that file, if I want to view it on my server live, let me go back over to a browser window. And here, access to your website at, here it is, this address. And watch this. I'm going to go ahead and paste that address in my URL bar in Firefox. And it says, yeah, your website is up and running. But look, where's my resume? This isn't my resume page. Well, guess what? I can just type, since I put this resume file right out under the root, resume.htm. And there it is. So, you will get an email with all of this information. Let's look at how the email will come to you from 000 web host. I'm going to got to get into my mail. I have the special password manager. Called RoboForm. Okay, and when I get into my webmail, I can see that I just created an account, and it gives me general account details. It tells me my domain, file upload details. This is all my FTP information. And it says files must be uploaded to the public_HTML folder. So there you go. That's how you can use Filezilla to upload your files. Now, one more thing. When I'm in Filezilla, under public_HTML, under that folder, look at what I can do. I'm just going to click on this folder and right click and create directory. So how about a directory called week 01? And up here, there's a button, refresh the file and folder list. So it should be talking with my server. It doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, this is kind of weird. It's not updating like I want it to, but that's okay. And that's one way to create a directory. Or you can come down here and right click on a blank area and create directory. And I'm going to do week 2 this time. Oop, 02. Looks like my first directory didn't get created, so I'm going to go ahead and try again. Week 01. There we go. So now I have a week 1 and week 2 folder. And what I would do for my resume is drag my week 1 folder, my resume up into week 1. Okay, now if I drill down into week 1, I can see that there's a resume.html there. And that's on my remote site side. So that's what I want. And that's how to use Filezilla to upload your files. One more thing. All this host, username, and password business, let's say that you wanted to keep that information. You didn't want to enter it each time. You wanted to keep it here in Filezilla. You can click on this button right here. Kept trying to click on the drop down and it wouldn't do it. And I can choose new site. And the server type is an FTP site. Let's name it. It's ready for it to be named. And I'm going to call it Sean Site. Or how about this? North Lake College site. Okay. And over here, server type, you have a lot of different options, but we want the FTP and ask for password. So username we get from here, and that would be this username. And I'm going to do normal. Password, deep space 9. Okay. Oh, I have to enter a host name. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. There's my host. Okay. And now every time that I want to connect, I just drop this box down and connect. Just like that.